What's up, everyone? Tiger Stacker here. And today I'm going to introduce to you my 2025 silver and gold predictions. Last year, I gave you two sets of predictions. The first one was when Joe Biden was running against Donald Trump. And in that video, I predicted a difference in what the price would be based upon which candidate would win the election between the candidates of Joe Biden and Donald Trump, believing that if Biden won, gold would be at 22.50, silver would be at 26.27 approximately. And if Trump went, giving us a more stable economy, would range between $21.50 gold and $25 to $25.50 for the same reason. But that did not happen because there was a change in the candidacy between Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Subsequently, with the change of candidacies and what was going on in the world at that time, I predicted that if Kamala Harris won, our price of gold would go up between $2,500 and $2,600, with silver going up between $35 to $40. And if Trump won, would go up between $2,300 to $2,400, and silver going between $32 to $33. For a while, it looked like I was pretty spot on for silver, but there's been some changes, and all because of, in my opinion, the media did not give us accurate information. But the internet media, what Elon Musk likes to call the new media, was a lot more accurate, predicting that Trump would win by a landslide. And it was scary for everyone, both sides, but I had a feeling that Trump would pull the landslide simply because of logic. How could you have someone who gave word salad go up against the presidents of Russia and China? You needed a strong political leader, as those leaders are way stronger, and we saw the landslide. But the purpose of this video is to give you my predictions for the end of 2025. This is my second prediction, and I hope to get more and more accurate each time I do this. I want to point out what I saw during the end of the presidential run. If you look here at November 5th, the day of the election, there was a sudden drop and continual drop in gold, because people believed that the economy was going to improve under President-elect Trump. And then it climbed again, but only to drop again. It's been maintaining, in my opinion, somewhere around the $2,600 value. And I think the reason it's come down a little bit is because of all the money that has been sent across to other countries during the end of the Biden administration, indicating that a continuation of the war in Ukraine and Israel and lack of a southern border, including what I'd heard today that Biden was trying to sell off the remainder parts of the wall that were bought during the first Trump administration, which was subsequently stopped. So I expect that this will potentially come down. Also, when you look at silver, there was a similar type of event, an increase in hopes that Trump would win, and then it would subsequently decrease. So now don't really have a strong understanding why it dropped below the $30 mark. But it looks like this is going to be the area of the end of 2025, which if it would have stayed here, it would have been within the expectations I had for last year before the election between Trump and Harris. It's my opinion that there is continual suppression of silver, but that will eventually increase as the year goes on. The gold-silver ratio continues to climb, granted with some volatility, which makes me think that there is a continual suppression of silver over gold. Why? Most countries and most central banks are acquiring more gold than silver, but there are still some silver acquisitions in mass quantities. China, India, other places. So what does that mean? China is going to continue its support of the Russia aggression towards Ukraine until such time as I believe Trump will put an end to it. The master of the deal, I think, will give us a chance to end this war. I don't have the omnipotence of God nor the wisdom of Solomon, but I believe that he's going to put sanctions on China. But China does have a significant cyber army that does seem to be superior to ours at this time. I believe Trump will improve all of our military. Army, Navy, Marine, Air Force, Space Force, and what I like to call cyber force, although I don't think that that's actually a real term in our society at this time. As we get stronger and we don't have to worry about invasion from another country or countries and decrease our fear of World War III happening, including the threat of nuclear attacks from other countries, we will get further and further stronger, and therefore our economy will start showing it. The war in Israel also will be affected as he puts an end to the Iranian and Hamas aggression towards Israel, and also reestablishes and continues the wall and puts control on the border crisis that we are currently facing, but also to deal with the BRICS nations threatening to try to take over the US dollar as world reserve currency, which I believe is part of the whole war against the United States, because history shows with financial unrest, war tends to go side by side with it. So subsequently, what are my predictions? If we are able to be a better competitor in the world market by producing our own energy, producing our own food, and we have a good year, I'm expecting gold to be $2,800 plus or minus by the end of 2025, and silver to be ranging between $33 and $34 an ounce, because we will have a more stable economy on which to work with. If we have a bad year and we're not able to accomplish the goals that Trump wants to set out for this country, it's going to affect the dollar and subsequently our ability to compete in the world market. And with a failing economy, gold and silver tend to rise. I'm not expecting as much of a rise in silver because it seems to be more suppressed, but I'm thinking we will be looking between $39 to $40 plus or minus per ounce, and gold to be $3,000 plus or minus. So what are your predictions? What do you think it's going to be? Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you think. Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? What do you think is going to improve the value of silver? And how much do you think the silver you collect is going to improve in value? What do you think is going to improve the value of gold? No matter what, keep stacking, keep prepping, keep preparing to protect yourself and your family. Don't forget the food, water, shelter, supplies, protections, community, which includes friends and family. Keep protecting, keep doing the job that we need to do to take care of ourselves to get through this upcoming crisis. I love all of you. Thank you all for the support you gave me during my infection during 2024, as well as before and after. We have the best community in the world and over the best way to protect ourselves. In one of my next videos, I expect to discuss with you what you think and I think taxes versus tariffs is going to do to our economy. So I hope to see you in the next one. Tiger Stacker is out.